What is going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? If you guys are new to my channel, my name is Paul. I also go by the Philly Flipper. I'm a full-time reseller, lives in the Philadelphia area, hence the name. And I have all this beautiful stuff behind me. If you guys do notice though, it is a little more cleaned up. I have space to walk and stuff, but I won't because I know it makes you nauseous. So I'll just stand right here. What you're about to see is some footage from like one of the Fridays, I think a couple weeks ago, just so you guys see what it looks like to be a reseller here in Philly on a Friday. I know a lot of other places around the country, you guys have like millions of sales and community sales and church sales on a Friday. We don't really have that kind of luxury here, and some of our Fridays are pretty bare. So this one I had 3 sales, had 2 yard sales, and I had an estate sale. But even though I only had 3 sales, I still managed to find some pretty cool items. So stick around to see what I grabbed. Like always, stay tuned to the end. You guys will see the numbers, what I spent, what I sold, what I can still sell.
Also the book about toilets.
So fascinating. That is the best book. It really is. Journal? That's really interesting.
Alright, Frank, I got everything is a quarter over there?
Yeah, on that table.
You beat their pricing, man. I'm telling you.
We just want our stuff re-home.
I got 4.
That's all we want.
Aw, yeah.
What'd you get?
Uh,
So this doesn't have a hanger
I
on
saw,
it, you know.
but it has the thing, but you can eat in
It's
there.
adorable. It has the holes in it.
I
It
saw
has
that.
like the-
Yeah. The little marbles and the duck thing.
Ah,
I got beads, too. I got
our
holes
junk
on
lives
that one.
on.
Oh, that'll be
They
perfect
have
for
holes.
you.
They have holes for beads.
Yeah.
She can make it all kinds of
Oh, that's cool.
Like an ornament?
Yeah.
It is. That carafe is actually great. It's kind of small.
It's for you.
It keeps everything hot or cold.
That was used twice.
Okay.
You
Totally.
said twice, really?
Yeah. My
Sure.
boss made it and we made 2 CDs and 1 bundle.
So I have 5,
5.
15, and these 2 are a quarter. So
Okay.
$6.
Okay.
My mother just
At the first sale, I ended up spending $6. I spent $5 on this DVD recorder that should sell for about $40 plus shipping. And I spent the other $1 on 3 items: the ornament that people for myself, this Allen wrench that I should sell for about $13, and this vintage thermos that they only wanted a quarter for. So that's why I picked it up. It should sell for about $30 plus shipping. It's probably a very long tail item, but for a quarter, I couldn't pass it up. Let's see what we can get at our next sale.
Looking for one. I couldn't find one on the way down. You don't know where it is.
Yeah, it is up on 4th of Detail.
Oh, is it? I was looking. You know where the main intersection
Yeah, actually, yeah.
It seems like I come to a jackpot of a nice Wii bundle and a bunch of Wii games, but did you guys see the prices? They wanted $10 a game or 2 for $15, and none of them were really that good. There was no Mario, there was no Zelda, there was no good ones like that. It was a bunch of like Just Dance and like other generic games that sell for maybe $10 each. There was no meat on the bone in the games. And then the bundle they wanted $40 for, which was a little too much for me as well. I tried to negotiate with them down to 20. They said no, and they also did not guarantee that it worked. So I passed on the bundle and on the games, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
literally there's a photo. Yes. I didn't know he was a ring bearer.
Okay, I'm sorry.
These were 2 for $3,
Right.
and then how much for that?
I paid 60 for that. Obviously, I'm not gonna ask you to pay that. I would do 20 for Raggedy Ann.
You know how old she is?
I bought her at a she's actually, this needs to be washed.
Yeah.
No, I don't actually. But I paid 60, but I think for the worst later, so what? Oh yeah, my phone. Yeah, I saw that. But I didn't know what we were. I gotta get like the this has been like sitting forever.
No, I'm just buying the
Okay.
treat thing.
I'm sorry, you're buying what?
Just the 2 for $3.
Okay, do you want that for 10?
I can do 10 for the hundred.
Okay. You have exact change?
So there was a lot of really cool stuff at this sale, but the prices just weren't there. She wanted too much on a lot of the things. I did up getting the 2 for $3 deal. There was only DVDs in there, but I did find a PS2 game, which already sold for $15. Then I got the Raggedy Ann for $10 that I'm listing for $70. So out of the $13 that I spent, I already have 15 in sales with a potential of $80 more in sales to come. My last sale on Friday morning was this estate sale. And while we were waiting in line to get let in, I looked at some of the pictures and I saw that they had an awesome, like, huge ceramic Christmas tree that could be valuable if it was vintage. So as soon as the doors opened, I ran towards it, picked it up, and so I had a $40 price tag on it, which is pretty pricey. And I am not an expert in trees, so I did not know what to do. But then I got this awesome idea.
I think I'm gonna play it safe and phone a friend, just to make sure.
Sure, who do you want to call? Alright. So it has this on top.
Does that say 40 bucks? How
Yeah.
tall is that?
It's probably like over 2 feet tall.
Oh, if it's over 2 feet tall, it's worth 40 bucks, dude. Let me see the bottom. Can you see the bottom? Does that have a date on there? Just say Christmas. I'll just look it up for you. Let me look up that tag real quick, because I'm in the car.
Alright, we'll do.
Because if that's, it's definitely worth 40 bucks. Yeah, it's going for 2 to 3. So, yeah.
Alright, yeah, I'll send you a tag.
Okay.
Alright. So while waiting for Kayla to be a really good friend and search the item for me, I started looking at some things nearby to see if there's anything else worth grabbing. Kayla got back to me pretty quickly and told me that the tree was not vintage. It was like sold into Home Goods for like $80 or $90 brand new as is. So $40, it was definitely not worth taking. So thank you so much, Kayla, for helping me out with this. In my area, I'm mainly trying to focus on yard sales than estate sales because estate sales have way more competition for me. For example, this sale right here started at 9 a.m. I got there at 8:30, and I was like the 20th person in line. Everybody else ahead of me had a team, had like 25 IKEA bags, had a game plan. They knew exactly what they wanted to do. So it was really hard for me to pick out and find good items. And then I focused a lot of time on that tree because that's what I wanted to grab. And then realized it wasn't worth my time. So by the time I was done with the tree, a lot of the other good items were gone. So what I bought right here was an impulse buy and was not a good buy. It was this Care Bears snow globe. They wanted $5 for it. I sold it for $30, so it was good enough for me to grab. But as you see, I did not do any quality control. I never opened it. I didn't look inside it. I didn't see what was there. So that was a really big mistake on my part because when I got back to my warehouse, the water was yellowed and that globe is worthless. I try to be pretty open in my videos and show you guys when I mess up so you guys can learn from my mistakes and don't repeat what I do. After pretty much striking out upstairs, I went down to the basement to check out the club section. As you guys see, there is a ton of clubs here to choose from. A lot of them, though, had a little bit of damage and cosmetic wear. And another problem was I had no clue what they wanted for the clubs. There was no price tag anywhere for them. So I only picked out 2 that I thought I could make a couple bucks on. And I picked them out and continued on with my way.
Camping's big this year. Camping's big this year,
so everyone's buying them for camping. You know, so that's what they're doing. And then the stores last year, they're selling out of them. They couldn't even keep them in stock because the pandemic created such a big, so many people camping and shit like that. Are starting their own businesses. It's like, all right, I'm home now. You know, I'm getting paid. I might as well start a business on the side, get paid double.
Here I see a bunch of reels, and I have absolutely zero clue on what reels are good and what reels are not. So I just pretty much picked up 4 or 5 reels here and just started comping them to see if they are valuable or not, if they were worth for me picking up. In the future, as I continue to be a full-time reseller, I hope to learn some brands in all categories so that I don't have to be a noob and search for comps the whole time. But even with my lack of knowledge, I could still find 2 reels that were worth picking up. You should see on your screen right now that I already sold one of them. I sold the Shimano Spyrex, I hope I pronounced that correctly, spinning reel. I sold this for $45. I already got positive feedback from the person, so that's awesome. I spent $5 on this reel, and then my other one, the Shakespeare Sigma, I spent $3 on, and it is currently on sale for $35.
Chris, it's right here.
So you guys see I'm waiting in line to pay, and the line took so long that my GoPro battery died before I could pay. So you guys unfortunately did not get to see that kind of transaction happen. But I spent $5 on the Care Bear, I spent $5 and $3 on the reels, I spent $2 on those free weights, and then I asked her how much the clubs were, and she said they were $2 each. When I heard this, my eyes just lit up, and I knew I had to go back and grab more after I paid for this. With my first transaction, I spent $19 with like taxes and fees to the state company. It was a total of $21 total for my first transaction. But before we talk final numbers, let me go back and grab some more clubs because they're a great deal for $2 each. And then we can talk about final sales and stuff after I grab all the clubs I can handle. While I wait in line to pay for the clubs, let me share with you guys what I bought. I bought 6 clubs in total, $2 per club, so that's $12 total. I already sold one of them. I sold this King Cobra titanium driver. I sold it for $60 plus shipping, and the other 5 are still for sale. I had this TaylorMade burner for $58. I have this Nike driver for $60. I had this pink titanium for $45. I had this Callaway Big Bertha for $40, and I have this Callaway ERC Fusion for $50. I probably could have gotten more for like the Nike or the Ping or the TaylorMade if they were in better shape, but as is, this is what they're going for. But all in all, for an estate sale, $2 per club to get this kind of return is very, very good. I will definitely take it.
And we are back. So let's see, like I said, 3 sales, but I still got some good items. Altogether, I spent $46 at the estate sale and at the 2-yard sales. I already have 120 in sales. That's already 3x of what I spent. I'll definitely be happy with that. And I have another potential of $480 in sales, which gives me $600 in potential sales, which for a Friday morning, I will take for sure. Like always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys coming and supporting my channel. I'm trying to grow and improve and listen to feedback and provide you guys more better quality videos that you guys would enjoy watching. It's gonna be it for me. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.